Hello, everyone. This is Demetrius Curry coming to you with what? Yet another Financially Fit Friday. I'm so glad that you guys are here with me today. Listen, if this is your first time listening to Financially Fit Fridays, welcome. And we want to say thank you for being here because Financial Fit Fridays is one of the segments that we do on Fridays to bring on an expert in a given field to help with financial literacy and to also to help you take things to the next level. This particular segment today is going to be so interesting for the small business owners out here. If you are a small business owner and you've been looking for a way to make sure that you are able to get what? Some funding, government contracts, apply for some amazing opportunities in the government space, you do not want to miss this particular segment. So real quick, make sure you like and share and subscribe to this channel here on YouTube to make sure that you are getting these notifications, that you are able to make sure that the people that you know and love that will be interested in this particular segment is also getting the information, okay? So important that they're able to get this information as well. So let's start off by talking about Miss Abby. Oh, I got Miss Abby on the line with me today. I don't know what I'm going to do. Listen, if you have not had the opportunity to work with Miss Abby, she is the lead strategist, okay, for A&L Business Solutions. And not only does she cover Alabama, which is where her base is, she is able to work with business owners across the country. Across the country. So much so, her first 45 days launching her business, she was able to get 8 government contracts. Hello. You're talking about someone that has made amazing amount of money in this business, and she has helped so many other people. Not only that, she has also been awarded the 2022 Government Contract of the Year Award. Hello. I can just stop right there. I ain't even got to go no further. I can stop right there, okay? And in addition to that, she got the $2023 million contracting award. Listen, guys, when you're talking about a wealth of knowledge, we're talking about wealth of knowledge. So go ahead, get your pens and paper handy. Let's bring Miss Abby on board with us so we can talk more about what's going on in this world. Abby, are you there, girl?
I'm cracking up.
Listen, I'm comical.
We're family. This is what we do. You know how we do.
Yes, welcome. I'm so glad that you had the opportunity to come in and talk with us today, girl. Listen,
Yes.
let's talk about it. Congratulations, number one, on
Thank
all these. And you just had a birthday too, and all sort of rolled together.
it's just winning season right now, and some of y'all need to be with people who are winning, not taking other people's posts and making you think they're winning, but people that are actually winning. There's a difference.
Mm.
There's a difference. We will talk about that later, but in this community, our community, Demetrius, we're all winning in this community.
Well, listen, we're working, and I think one of the reasons why we're winning, Abby, is because we're not gatekeepers. We're working together, right?
Yes. Yes. There is an abundance that even if one person tried to keep it to themselves, it won't serve them well. It will actually be a detriment, to be honest. And so for people that want to gatekeep, I know we all have our special sauce, and that's for you. That's for you. But for the community, oh, absolutely. What questions do you have? It's not even get to the money. Let's get to a certain point in our life where we're free, where we feel free. And we're going to utilize money and other resources to get us there. So for me, in my community, our avenue is entrepreneurship, business ownership, government contracting. That is our lane.
Yes. And listen, you already know my lane.
Yes, yes,
We've already talked about my lane, right?
yes. And I need to follow what we're due a conversation too,
Oh,
actually.
I know.
But we're gonna do that
We,
because Demetrius set us up right. She found some places in my family situation that we were just, she said, "Are you willing to give away money?" I said, "No, I don't do that." She said, "Okay, then you need to lock this in." And we locked it in and we're okay now.
There you go. There you, but see, but now I get on your calendar, ma'am. I need to be on your calendar because I need to do such and such, and it's about the calendars. Let's make sure the calendars are straight, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Listen, and this is the best time of the year because we are at the fiscal end of many of our agency cycles, which means we're in use it or lose it. That's the term we use in the industry. We
Okay.
are in use it or lose it. If you do not, those of you who know that you have to spend money and you have budgets that you have to spend before the end, we are there. We are there. And so, in many different, really in all government facets, whether it's federal, state, local, education, everybody is in that 90-day threshold or the 120-day threshold where money has to be allocated and they're going to find areas and avenues of where to spend it. However, they can't spend it with you if you don't show up. So, but we gonna get into that. We gonna get into that. I'm not gonna harp it down. I'm just letting y'all know what season we're in to prepare you to get some that's left over right now, or to be at the top of the list for the next season.
Mm. So see, now you just start. Now you knock me off. Listen, y'all know how silly I can be. But when we talk money, we talking money, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about this to a degree because I'm like, okay, I wanted to go in this direction, but you just hit something so hard for
Let's
me right
go.
then. We
Let's
start,
let's go.
we just go with the flow. You okay with the flow?
I'm fine
Okay.
with the flow.
So let's talk about these seasons in business,
Yes.
right? Ooh, so these seasons that we're talking about right now in business. So this is the time frame, like you just said, the fiscal year, making sure that you got things rolling over to the next quarter, and the next quarter, and next quarter.
Yes. Yes.
What do you say to the small business owners that would love to bring another consistent income going into their next fiscal year,
Hmm.
but they don't know how to really lock it in where they can get a government contract? Like maybe they've been wanting to do it,
Hmm.
hearing about it, they've been trying to move their arms around to find out, but they just keep running into brick walls, right?
Yes.
What direction do we go in?
You go in a direction you're already going in. And let me explain that. A lot of times people hear government contracting. Oh, I want to do government contracting. The government buys everything. They are the number one customer in the world. When I tell you they buy everything, they buy everything. And the check clears, which I'm most happy about at the end of the day. So when we enter into this space for existing business owners, you want to offer the government your products and services that you already offer to corporate or to individual customers. We're not creating new products, we're not creating new services. What do you already do? We're not adding anything new. What do you already do? You offer what you already do to them. You
Mm,
find the spaces and places where those opportunities. So for Demetrius, I'm going to use her because she's here right now. She offers financial services. What agency is looking for support in financial services, whether it's internal for the agency themselves, or there's a program that they want to put on for the community that they need an expert to facilitate, to lead, to offer workbooks, to offer books that you can read, any type of resource, right? We want to find where those agencies are. And then we want to, we're about to be best friends. You're going to know all of their movements, right? Because it's, there are solicitations, which is an invitation for businesses to bid on a need that the government has.
mm,
So they say we need financial support for our community, dot, dot, dot. Okay, great. Demetrius is like, I got this. This is what I do. This is what I do. You look at the RFP, you read it. There's certain key details you want to pay attention to, making sure that you have enough time to be responsive. We don't respond in a quick manner. And when I say quick manner, all of my responses take at least 10 days. Because if I want longevity, if I want to put my best foot forward, I'm not going to write an overnight proposal thinking that I'm going to win $1 million bid.
mm.
There's time and effort that we have to put behind it. Now, y'all may hear differently online because government contracting is a trend. And if you want to go explore that, go ahead. But you might come up short. You might come out of some dollars because there are people who are promising you end results without telling you the reality of things.
Mm.
They'll share receipts that don't belong to them. I'll show you my receipts, but they'll share receipts. You can get a contract doing this for $7 million, and you can get a contract for that for $3 million, and da 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 da. Okay, great. That's fine. They're there. They exist. Yes, they do. However, there's a little bit more layers that are involved that you have to know about before you just jump in the deep end. So now we are just casually, we're at the pool, we're walking down the steps. We holding on to the rail and we walking down the steps because we want to be in the pool. You only qualify to be in the pool if you're a business owner because the government only does business with businesses. So if you're a business owner, look, check. And I'm not saying a side hustle, right? I'm saying if they look you up in the Secretary of State in your state or wherever state you operate out of, they can find you.
Mm. Yes. So, okay. So you said so much, and that's okay. So, Secretary of State, we know they gotta have.
Yes.
We know they gotta
Be
have
official.
a business, official business,
Yes.
utilizing the services that they already provide. So
Hmm.
even with the services they already provide, they have a running history.
We call that past performance. We
There
call
you
that past
go.
performance.
Past
You need that. You need
Yeah.
that in your proposal.
Yes, yes. Or we call it scope of work on my side.
Okay, okay.
You
Now,
see what I'm
yep,
saying?
yep, yep. There are
I'm,
lots of similarities that overlap, absolutely.
yes, yes. So I want to know
And
what all you've done.
man, listen, it's a lot. We only got a little bit of time. So I want to make sure I give y'all as much as possible, right?
Listen,
So
we gonna have a whole lot of time. Go ahead.
So the business government does business with businesses. Register your business. Even if you have a side hustle, get enough sales to register your business. Doesn't matter what your entity is. Don't make it complicated. Don't make it complicated. They want to know that you're official. You have an EIN number. You have a business bank account because we don't commingle money. We don't do that, right? Not saying I haven't done it before when I was young and didn't know, but when you know better, you do better. So this is
Right,
your chance to do better.
right.
You don't necessarily have to have a business address, but you cannot have a virtual address. You have to have a stationary address. You can use your home address, absolutely. That's fine, not a problem at all. So now we can do business with the government. We have a business, we have these products, we have these services. Okay, where can I find these things? So most times when people are hearing about government contracting, they hear about the federal side. That's the
Mhm.
big boys, that's the big dogs, right? And yes, they have a lot going on at all times. It's a
Mhm.
lot going on right now. I'm not over there. I'm not over there. Even though, can I just toot my own horn for just a
Go
second?
ahead. Yes, ma'am.
A team of mine we just won our first federal contract at the end of April. We won our first federal contract. Look, we put in work. We're so excited. Actually, our
Ooh,
contract is almost finished. I think we only have a couple more days, and then we can send the government an invoice for completion. But so far in our process, the government has loved everything that we have done. And that's what you do.
wow.
People just think you get a government contract, you do have to do the work, right? There's so many facets of it. So let me just bring it back to the beginning, right?
Mhm,
The government says I have a need. Let's just use janitorial because that's one of the easiest ones.
mhm,
They have facilities in place, and I'm going to drop gems in between, right? The government has recalled most of their people back to work in office. So all these office spaces need to be maintained. So our janitorial services are off the chain right now. They've always been, they will continue to be. If
mm,
they require you to be in office, then there's always a service of maintenance and cleanliness that is required for those facilities. So they're saying, okay, for this building, we need to have a company that's going to come and clean and sanitize and do all the things.
mhm,
They put out an RFP, a request for proposal. In this RFP, it will outline everything you need to know. But in the event that you're confused, there are email and there's a protocol to say, hey, if you have questions, email this contracting officer by this date. Timeliness is crucial in this industry. If you don't have your ducks in a row, you will find yourself always catching up or falling behind. And then you feel defeated because you didn't have systems and things in place to capture opportunities when they first come out.
Mm.
And so, given that we are in our use it or lose it time frame, I would say it's more of like an exclusive time, only because these agencies have a set amount of time to allocate money, which means they're not paying out per se. They're
Mhm.
going to assign a vendor to an opportunity that they need. And you may not even fulfill that opportunity today. It may be in 2 months, it may be in a year. Okay, that is under the terms of the contract. But they need to allocate, they need to say all of our money went to here, here, and here. So in this time frame, deadlines are going to be tight. So though I like to submit my contracts within a 10-day time frame, there are going to come some that I might be doing 7, or might be doing 5, or might be doing 3, or in 24 hours. We've seen them all. However, those of you who don't know, you'll see something today, you're like, oh, it's due tomorrow. And you're going to stay up all night. My nose is itching because it's happened so many times.
You got my nose itching. Go ahead.
You're like, I could do this. Let me put something together and send to the government.
Mm.
And what you just did was a couple things. One, I'm glad that you believed in yourself to be able to facilitate said contract. But two, when there are tight deadlines like that, they're not going to tell you, but they already have a vendor in mind to fulfill that contract.
Correct.
Out of law, in following legal regulations, they need to put it out to the public, but they kind of already whispered in somebody's ear that we about to do this and I need you to respond, and you got 3 days. Okay. That contract's not for you. Now, people online ain't gonna tell you that, but Abby's gonna tell you that. It's not for you. It's not for you.
I got
So in this cycle right now, for the newbies, it's all about getting your ducks in a row. It's all about observation. Who is putting out contracts? What agency is putting out contracts that align with my business? Right now, it's not the time for you to bid if you are new. You probably will never hear anybody say that, but I'm telling you, as someone that is doing this,
you. Hmm.
now I can turn some things around because I know exactly what to do. However, a newbie, you will put yourself under such stress that it's not worth it. You want to prepare yourself for the win. So
Mm.
now for you, it's research time. It's research time. It's understanding how to read an RFP. What is the important information I need to pick out? If I was, and I tell people all the time, like, you can find opportunities and you can practice your proposal writing process, right? You can use these AI tools. When I started, we didn't have these AI tools, so maybe we was writing proposals off of what came from here. Oh my gosh.
I know the feeling.
It was a lot. I might
Yes.
have forgotten something. I might, there's so many elements that go into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But on the flip side, though it is a real industry, right? It pays out real dollars, real good dollars if you're a really, really good vendor.
Hmm.
Um, there are more constraints that are coming into this arena because with anything that trends, if it trends and it messes up a marketplace, they have to place more parameters in place.
Right.
So now, what I hear now, especially for new companies or companies that used to and have come back, oh, that didn't used to be. We didn't used to have to not pay for a procurement portal and this and the third. Well, now you do. Now they're starting to gain revenue because too many people have wasted their time.
Mm.
You got too many people that are submitting proposals that are incomplete, that are inconsistent, that are just a complete waste of time. And you want, as a contracting officer, you want to narrow down your pile of 16 to like 2. And from friends of mine that are on that other side that are contracting officers, they're looking for any way to eliminate your proposal. They can tell when you wrote it last night. They know when you've used AI completely. There are signs.
Woo! in this AI world, that's heavy right there because like you, I used to have to dig deep into those RFPs
Yes.
when I work in the financial industry. And that thing can be thick or small. You just never know how big it's going to be, depending on how big the contract is. And picking out the necessary information, what pages to go to find the exact data, this deadline, this perimeter, that perimeter, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, definitely. That's why you gotta have people on their team like you, honey.
I
Listen,
just know that no. Yeah.
I don't have time for them RFPs no more. I'm sorry. I just don't have the energy or the time or the know-how because that is not
Yeah.
my lane.
I love
You
it.
and I were talking about that. This is not my lane.
Yeah.
Uh, but I know how to find people in the lane. And you
Yeah.
just actually made a huge point about they can sort of tell when you just threw it in overnight, right? Like you didn't really go through all the bells and whistles or pay
Mhm.
attention to all the perimeters or the
Yeah.
requirements
Yes.
of that. Do you find here right now that because I see this a lot when I get these invitations to be on a procurement call is subcontracts to big contracts
Mhm.
like IT companies like here
Mhm.
in Huntsville they have a lot of
Mhm.
big contracts that they've won with the state or the government and things of that nature and then they subcontract those out
Mhm.
to other small business owners that may have a piece of the pie. You
Mhm.
may have a huge pie, and they
Yes.
got all these different sizes, slices within the pie, and they may have a small slice in there for janitorial services. Or they may have another slice in there for management or training of certain classes. Or
Mhm.
things. Do you see a lot of that going on right now in this industry?
Yes. Actually, that's a requirement. Now, people think that with these multi-million dollar contracts that it's just going to be you and your team. Mm-mm. In the RFP, especially with six, not really six figures, seven figures and up, there are clauses that are required for you to work with a subcontractor. And sometimes they'll even go as detailed as to let you know it has to be a woman owned business. It has to be a veteran owned business, or it just has to be a small business enterprise. Whatever the certification or socioeconomic category, they will let you know. 25% of this work on this project must be allocated to a small business. Now, let me tell you some tea because I don't hold nothing back because it doesn't help me. My goal, and I know we didn't talk from the video, my goal is for every business owner to keep their doors open. That's my sole goal.
Yeah.
And if we can funnel that and work through government contracts for you to do that, let's
Mm.
go about and do it. That is my sole goal. I love business. I have a bachelor's in accounting. I have a master's in business administration. I love business. My first business owner that I ever knew was my father. And he is to me he's still the ultimate business owner. So it's kind of in my DNA. I really can't get away from it. But I love it so much. And the versatility of it all, I love it. The different issues, the different pieces of projects that different areas need. I love every aspect of that. So that's why I do what I do. And I don't mind being in the room, but I'm often the only one that looks like me in the room. The black girl with locks. But that's okay because I end up knowing almost everybody by the end of the call, by the end of the meeting, right? Because they're like, man, you know a lot. I've had to. I've had to know a lot to get to where I am. I've
Yeah.
studied in so many trainings. It's so layered. So it's not something that I just woke up one day and said, I'm gonna do government contracting today. No, that's not really how it happened. Not really how it happened. And I am a I love to make sure that I have a proof of concept, right? Talk is cheap, but your portfolio is something different. I love to look at people's portfolio. For me, the portfolio is the flex, not what you say, because you can learn how to say it all day long. But what's in your portfolio? Let me look. But that's just me. But going back to the subcontract, we talked about certification. Demetria's laughing. She's so silly.
I'm like, hmm.
contracts, there is I put money on it that there is a subcontracting participation necessary, required in there. And so for people who are just like, I want to do government contracting, but I don't want a prime, right? And prime, being a
Yeah.
prime contractor is you are the sole responsibility of the entire project. When the government or the contracting officer or the core, whoever is assigned to your contract, you guys have that communication channel open. They're going to look at you for all the responses and updates, all the things. As a subcontractor, that is not your responsibility. Again, just like Demetri said, you get a piece of that pie, and let's not play. A piece of the pie sometimes is all we need. We don't need to take over the entire pie. I think even with our big visions that we have, a piece of the pie can absolutely be sufficient to
Mm,
still live and do and be and dream and all the things that we have on our boards, that we pray about, that we wish about, that we hope about. A piece of the pie can absolutely be substantial for that.
I just got chills on that, girl. Listen. A piece of the pie.
A piece of the pie.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody has to be the big dog. It's a lot to be the big dog. But if you're connected to the big dog, we often hear about it's all about the circle that you keep. The same works in business. It's
Mm-hmm.
all about the circle you keep, all about the people you keep. Who is in your proximity?
Yeah.
If you're not strong enough, go find stronger ones. And
Ooh.
opportunities are there. Yeah, I'm not playing today. Like, I'm not playing, Demetri. We
Listen,
going
that's what
all in.
listen, I threw the questions out the door. I said, forget it. I'm not worried about the questions. We just gonna talk. You see what I'm saying? So we're not scripted, as you know, but we
Mhm.
tried to give some structure. Girl, listen, I was like, she got so much to give. I'm not gonna be able to give all this in question form. So let's zone in on that just a little bit. Okay, we got time. We got time. I blocked off a little bit more time for you because I knew this was gonna be in depth. So let's say that you are a business owner
Mhm.
and you don't want to be the prime because you don't have the capacity to be a prime on a big contract, but you do have the capacity to subprime with maybe a big company
Mhm.
that gets something, and they have to fulfill the requirements of VA owned,
Mhm.
or woman small business owned certification,
Mhm.
or even the economic dismemberment, all that, whatever it is, right? Whatever certification you've qualified for, and you can show that you have, what did you call it? A line of history,
Past performance.
past performance. You got the past performance, not just the scope of work, the past performance. And then you got, maybe if you can't do it yourself, or maybe you got two or three people on your team that help you
Yes.
fulfill it all, right?
Yes.
What is the one or two, I would say top three things they need to start putting in place right now as far as paperwork is concerned? I mean, we know we got to
Mm.
have their Secretary of State. We know they got to have their EIN. We know they got to have a business bank account. We know we got to have stuff they're supposed to have regardless, right?
Okay.
Or organization, corporate organizations, all this. They're supposed to have that anyway. But
Yes.
in putting in their little portion for the application,
Yes. What
what
else?
areas would you say they need to zone in on, just getting prepped before
Yeah.
they even see the RFP, before they
Yes.
even see those things? What do they need?
Okay. I'm gonna give you three and a bonus, right? And the bonus is really the T, which we're supposed to do.
Okay.
Number one, you need to know if you've qualified for certain certifications. Though they are not a requirement, they give you some leverage. They allow the primes to still be able to fulfill the elements that are required in the RFP. Does not hurt to have them. And so I focus more on the state and local side with my clients. And so every state, even in your local areas, there are certifications you can apply for. You can Google them. You can chat GPT them. Mm-hmm. Because I believe in doing work. You value it more when you put some work in, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Certain areas will give you, you qualify. So, for instance, Alabama, we have a minority and woman owned certification, so it's in one. It's coupled in one. It's not a separate one.
Hmm.
There are areas that offer, small business. You have your veterans. Those are also offered on, or what's the other one from DOT? Your disadvantaged business enterprise.
Mhm.
Generally speaking, almost all 50 states have those in some way, shape, or capacity. They may be labeled a little differently, but they're all there. Then you have your ones on the federal side, which are all free as long as you have a active SAM.gov registration.
Mhm.
Now, you do not need a SAM.gov registration to do state and local because they have their own portal sites. So, as far as paperwork is concerned, if you qualify for a certification, get your certification. Okay. The second thing is visibility. Now, remember, as business owners, we love what we do it great, but a lot of times we don't find ourselves being as visible as we can be on socials. Yes, I know content can be a lot, it's annoying, but that is your visual portfolio. You putting it all out there. Change your mind frame from it being content to a visual portfolio. Baby, this is who we are and this is what we do,
I love that.
because they're always going to look you up online. So you want to make sure you present the best, and you make sure that you present what you want to present for
Mhm.
those that are looking.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Um, Dang, what was my third one? I was on a roll. Registration. You want to make sure you register for your portals. And so even in your registration, um, they will ask you a number of questions. Um, And in those questions, you will know whether or not you have the information or not. Oh, I remember. I know it wasn't registration. It was your financial papers.
Mm.
Though they are not required, they are helpful.
Okay.
So, for instance, they'll say online you can get $1 million contract, $2 million contract. Okay,
Mhm.
and you can. But a lot of times, without your credit being a thing, because you don't necessarily need credit, but
Mhm.
it helps because if you need to offset costs for 30, 60, 90 days before the government's payment comes in, you want
Mhm.
to make sure that you can finance the project on the front end, but then when the payments start, they're consistent and consecutive afterwards. But
Okay.
you have to be able to know that you can handle the contract. They don't say, "Hey, you're awarded. You got this contract, to for janitorial services for this building, right?" But after 30 days, then you have to invoice them, and then it may be another 15 to 30 days before they actually pay out that invoice. So it could be 60 days, right, before you actually get paid. But once that first one comes, there is a consecutiveness, there is a schedule in which you will be paid. But with your financials, they also want to see how well do you manage your finances in your company. Have you touched $1 million or something close to it? Because we're just not going to just drop $1 million in your lap. There
Got
has to be a certain level of responsibility that is shown through your profit and loss statements. So which means that
Mhm.
you have to file business taxes. It's layered stuff that y'all not gonna hear. And it's not that you have to make a lot of money, you just have to show responsibility.
Gotcha.
The scammers will not have a profit and loss statement.
Mm.
We're talking about we're in an industry where we're up against people who want to just scam you into thinking that they can get you there quickly and get you $1 million, versus the government's protecting their time and they've put more parameters in place because people have wasted their time. And so
Mhm.
we're asking for more. So even like last year, and maybe the year before, when they put a pause on the 8A program and they had asked for everybody's financials, they're looking for something. Now I don't know the details and all the, but I understood why they did what they did to a
Yeah.
certain extent. I
Yeah.
don't always agree with what they do, but I also understood. And so
Mhm.
for those organizations that could not provide a P&L statement, or fulfill any financial statements that they are requesting, they got kicked out the program.
Wow.
Yeah, kicked out the program. You couldn't provide statements. You said at the application that you were ABC, so now we're asking for DEF. And if you can't provide DEF, you're out of here.
I love that.
You
I
can
love
try again. So your certifications are important.
it. Mhm.
Having your financial statements is important.
Mhm.
What was the second one? Y'all know I'll be going to roll. Uh,
Visual portfolio.
Visual portfolio.
Mhm.
Post that content. You don't even have to do it on all. You don't have to do it on all the channels. There's so many. Pick
Mhm.
one and just post consistently, consistently, consistently. I would prefer LinkedIn, to be honest. Post. But that's just my preference. That's where I tend to be these days. But Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, it doesn't matter. Have that visual portfolio.
Okay.
My bonus, even with all these things that you can have in place,
Mm-hmm.
your greatest asset is your networking.
Mm.
They have to know, like, and trust you. I've received contracts because people love me. They get on the phone, use it or lose it time. We have to spend this money. We created something for you to do. Can you sign the contract today? Absolutely.
Yes.
Kids in the car? Absolutely.
There you go.
We don't need to make this complicated. I spend a lot of time networking, being in uncomfortable situations, being in rooms that don't even look like me, even a little bit. And if you need to bring a friend with you, right? Just to kind of ease those nerves. Um, but you have to put yourself out there. And it doesn't have to be as aggressive as going to these major conferences, right? Start local. Every region has a women's business center that offers free training, free resources. You don't have to pay, excuse me, anyone for government contracting assistance. They offer that. Go to the free resources that are already there.
Mm.
Go from the free resources because they can only take you but so far, and then get with people who you have watched, whom you know, like, and trust, not what they have showed and glitter and glam. No, people who you know, like, and trust that are doing it,
Mm-hmm.
that can bring you to the next level. So we have women business centers, we have SBDC centers, right? We have both here in Huntsville.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then we have regional SBA locations as well. Those are our free resource partners from the federal government that will help you as a business owner get prepared for what you're looking for. And they provide you mentors, and you can go through the whole nine. Now, let me give a little caveat, right? Because it's free, absolutely utilize it. But if you have someone you just don't like, you don't connect with, you feel like you don't understand the vision and the dream that you have for your business, you can always request another mentor. It's free. Why not? You don't like Johnny? Okay, I want Barbara. I want Barbara. Barbara will understand what I'm saying.
Listen, that's something else. And here's the funny part. We have some of our lender partners are SBA loan lender partners.
Hmm.
So when they said, "Hey, I want to do the 7A, I want to do this, and I want to do it," and
Hmm.
I said, "Okay, great. Well, let's get it all together." So all this stuff you're talking about right now, we get a chance to little package it up and send it on to the lenders and let them go ahead and get these, these loans and stuff together for the SBA. But I said, hold up, there's some opportunity here on the government side that works even better. I don't turn down the other streams. You know what I'm saying?
Stream gonna be streaming. This stream is streaming.
It has to be in line with what we do, of course. But at the same time, I'm like, that check is gonna clear regardless. If you're in a position where and come closer to the camera, people, if y'all watching. If you know the check gonna clear regardless, go ahead and get you a little something, something.
Yes.
Go
Yes.
ahead and apply for a little something, something, right?
Yeah.
And get the person that can help you get it all together. Now, listen, I know there's a lot of free resources out here. We're gonna get ourselves to a certain point, but then I'm gonna call Abby.
That's it. Because I don't do what the free resources do. I'm all about execution and implementation, right? They
Exactly.
already have people who are already paid by the government to do that. So tap into those resources.
I love it.
Save your money on the front end, right? Use it in your business for what you do, but save your consultation fees and all that for when it's time to execute. If you're still on the idea phase or you're still trying to figure out how to move it from a hustle to a real business, talk to these resource partners. They will guide you in that for free 99. Not Abby, but they will. And then when y'all finish, Like, Abby, hey, baby, how you doing? What's going on? Oh, you do this? Let's go. I'm ready.
Listen, I totally understand it because you said use some free 99s quick and get yourself ready to be ready for me. And that is amazing. You execute amazingly. And I see, she's doing this now. I said, I'm gonna have to track her down. It's hard to find Abby when I need her sometimes. I gotta get them. Girl, can I put some strings on your toenails so I can find where you are? And she said, D, you know I'm in the field. You know I'm in the field.
I'm in the field.
But
I'm in the field. Like this in this season right here, use it or lose it. You may not. I might get back to you in 3 to 5 business days. Like I saw the message. I saw the message, but I might get back to you on 3 to 5 business
no,
days.
we've learned what to do. We get on each other's calendars. She was like, listen, I'm on your calendar. Talk to you Monday. I'm on your calendar. Talk to
Yes.
you Friday.
You want to
And
guarantee
that's
my
the way we do it.
time? Yes. Get on the
Yes.
calendar.
That's the
Respectfully.
way we do it. That's the only way we can really, because you and I both are really busy, but at the same time, I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, I know who I trust
Yeah.
with my info.
And this is a lot. Government contracting is a lot. Business is a lot. Everyday life and living is a lot. So over the years, I've had to learn and develop ways to do everything in the framework that I wanted to do it in.
Right.
Right. And if you
Right.
don't know about me, I have 5 children and one is special needs. So once 3 o'clock comes and them babies is off school, they need their mama and I'm right there.
There you
Right.
go.
So I schedule my time for my own sake so I can also still continue to be the best version of me at all times for my clients and for my community. So I've learned how to segment my time and not just always be available because it will wear you out. And I'm talking to somebody that's like, I'm just working around the clock. You trying to do this, you doing a call in the car, your kids are screaming in the back, somebody threw up, somebody's hungry, somebody lost a shoe. I mean, there's a lot going on, and you're married, so you don't want to, deny your spouse because it's like, if I just stay consistent, we'll get over this hump. And it's like, well, when does that happen?
That's right.
So that's not a healthy way of
There you
living.
go. That's right. That's why we
But
got to segment our hours
you got
out.
to
Segment
you
it.
got to plan it out.
Right.
And one thing I know I've done is I planned out my $1 million lifestyle. And so it's the way you see it now is the way it's gonna be.
There you
The
go. There you
way
go.
it's
I
gonna be.
absolutely love it.
Well, let's get back into networking because I
I
really want
know.
to
Listen,
harper on that.
I know. But we're networking right now because here's
Yes,
the thing.
yes,
I
yes,
met you at a networking event.
you did. Hmm.
And that's why I told her, I said, you've been holding out on me. I didn't know you did all that, girl. Didn't I tell you that? But what was it, 2 years ago, maybe? At a networking event that we met. I think
I
we
don't
met
know.
through Sarah and Lorenzo.
Yes, yes. 2 or 3 years ago, 2 years
Yeah,
ago, maybe.
yeah. And of course, hats off to the Right Way 360. Hello.
Yes, yes.
And
Shout out to them.
got a chance to meet through them. And then we end up going to some functions together and just popcorn, having a good time, laughing, joking, music,
Yeah.
and didn't know nothing about each other, just good time and laughs. And then I was like, hold up, you do what? I do what? We need to get together outside of fun time
Yeah.
and talk about business. And it's just
Yes.
been a blessing ever since.
Yes. Yes. And there's so much power in networking. And sometimes I get mad that I didn't value it a long time ago. But guess what? Today's a good day to get started. Today is a very good day to get started. Your networking, there's so, and I think because everything is so digital, like I am pro digital. I love all the digital, the tech things. I love all of that. But what I find that is like the creme de la creme is the human to human interaction, the networking. People don't want to do that no more. And so the people who show up are a distinct few, but they're powerful. They're mighty. They understand what it means to show up in the room. That's what
Absolutely.
we all should be doing is showing up in the room. And you
Absolutely.
can start with rooms that you're comfortable in to get your practice on, right? But then we want to venture out into rooms that let's just try and see. It's in alignment with what we do. It's a part of an organization that we're a part of, or it's something that we, aspire to be a part of, and just get in the room. Go over your pitch, say your two sentences of who you are and what you do,
Yeah.
and have your information readily accessible to connect with others.
Mm-hmm.
It is rewarding. It is just as rewarding as that, as you getting an email that says your contract was awarded. Like, yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes. And get in those rooms that really you have nobody in there that you know.
yes,
I do that sometimes. I go to an event. I say I don't know anyone. Everyone is I'm they're notating here. The speakers, the guests.
yeah,
Never don't know any of these people, but what they do will complement what I do.
yes,
Let me just go introduce myself and
mm-hmm,
walk around. You
yes,
know,
yes,
hey, how are you? I'm well. Are you been here before? No, I haven't.
yeah,
You know what I mean. This is my first time. Well, let me introduce you to some people. Okay,
yes,
you get it
yeah,
all the time.
all the time. It's a science to it. And I sit in the front row too. Oh, don't look at your front row. Oh, can I sit here? Can I sit here? Okay. Yep. There's a science to it. Because one or two things gonna happen. I'm gonna tell y'all my business. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Now I sit in the front row because I know they do an audience shot and they usually have a professional crew with them, camera crew, videographer crew. And so I like being in the shot. So I'm sitting there poised in the front. Give you some content.
There you go.
Content you ain't got to think about.
And you didn't have to pay for it either because they're like,
Look
oh,
at
they got a
me.
picture of me.
Look
Oh
at
my
me right
God,
there. Yeah.
they got a picture of me in the front row. Listen, like, hmm.
Yeah, that was me.
and now and now you can put the content in what
On your platform.
on your
Had a
platform.
great time at so and so's conference. You could show a snippet and show that snippet where it shows you that you were there. Come on, y'all. I'm giving
Yep,
y'all some
yep.
free game.
That's that little section you were talking about, visual portfolio.
Yes,
So it's sort of working all together. You're
it
networking, you
does.
get to know people, then you get into some shots. Oh yes, I take a picture with you. I don't know who that is, but we're gonna take a picture because
Hmm.
we're gonna do this, right? And
Hmm.
now you got your visual portfolio that complements the little like the list you just gave us
Hmm.
as far as what we need to be starting to pull together to be
Hmm.
recognizable.
Hmm.
So
Because we don't have businesses to sit in the back row. We don't have that.
no, no, it's a hobby.
That's a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're doing a hobby, then government contracting is not your thing. I'm just going to tell you right now, don't even waste your time. And
Mm.
it's okay because I have had several hobbies. Now, don't have my husband up here telling the truth because he'll tell you how many businesses I've done that he says, he had to cut me off. But we landed on something that I love now.
There you
So,
go. I love it. I
and
love
it's
it.
trial and error. Sometimes you just don't know what you like and what you don't like until you try it. And then you do, and you be like, that doesn't work for me and my personality or, the framework of my family and just different things. And so uh, we're free to do anything in business as long as it's legal. We're
Now
free
that's
to do whatever.
now that's one thing you touched on. Let me ask you this question before we go. So credit, which is a
Yeah.
question that we get quite a bit. Do we have to have the best credit? And I know that you said they do not. Is it a deterring factor? Do you need to make sure everything else is bells and whistles clean because you know you have that one thing that may be a drawback?
Mhm.
What are your insight on how the credit can affect your applications?
Absolutely. So credit is not necessarily a initial factor, but it can be a factor later on. So I wouldn't say so if your credit is not the best, just continually work on it. Be proactive, right? Make those strides to have a better credit portfolio. When we're talking about contracts, depending on the size and who it's with, they don't necessarily pull your credit, but again, that's where your financials come into place.
Mm.
And so if your financials look a certain way, their assumption that your credit also looks a certain kind of way. Now, you don't need credit for government contracting. However, your credit can come into place to hold you over on your project for 30 or 60 days before the government may pay you. Now, they may pay you sooner depending on the terms and the period of performance in which the work that they have allocated you to do. There are even ways that even in your proposal you can give the government a discount of 3 to 5% if they pay you sooner, and that is something that we all do. If we
Mm-hmm.
want to get paid sooner, I'll give you a little discount on the price that I gave you. Yes, the check can come, if it could come sooner, I'll give you 5% off. That is absolutely a strategy that you can choose. You don't have to, but you can. The big thing about these contracts is making sure that you are able to fulfill them before you get paid. Just because you got awarded doesn't mean you get paid today. You get paid after fulfillment.
After fulfillment. That's heavy right there. So they understand that. Okay.
After fulfillment. You're gonna be paid in full, but you
Mhm.
get paid after fulfillment. Now,
Mm,
if there are discrepancies or anything wrong with how you've completed your contract with them, now that can also delay your payment coming as well. So that's why we only go after opportunities that are directly aligned in our wheelhouse. That's
mhm.
why I said at the beginning, you don't have to change as a business owner. You don't have to change anything that you already do. What everyone should be offering if they want to work with the government is what you already offer the marketplace at large today.
That's
Don't
good.
change anything because the government definitely needs what you have to offer. However, people want to create new things for the government, and that doesn't necessarily work out the way you want to. Because again, they're going to go by that past performance. What have you done before? Show us.
Yes.
Show
Yes.
us.
That past performance, they looking you up, the
Who are your
visibility,
references? Right? Who can you
reference.
call to verify that you have done this work
Yeah.
and get feedback?
And some of that may even be Google reviews and things of that nature. Hello, because they can go out and just look easily, those kind of things. Recommendations. I love it. Referrals, all that.
Yes, all of that. Because again, we are up against not that the marketplace is, I don't want to say that. I was going to say, I'm not going to say that. The marketplace is very busy and it's very active. It's not that it's, it can be easy to obtain when you're not just chasing the dollar, but you're chasing the purpose and function of what your business does.
I
Don't
love
get
it.
caught up on the dollar. The dollars are always going to be there. That's just a part of the process, right? Um, the fulfilling part is them knowing who you are. You come to mind when they need to spend money that's not officially on an RFP. You want them to pick up the phone and give you a call and saying, "Hey, this is coming down the pipeline." Or hey, even if it's something that you don't even do, but the fact that they pick up the phone and call you means that you are on their mind. And so you want to leave good lasting impressions. They trust you that you are a viable and trusted business partner that they want to work with you on. And sometimes we make relationships with agencies that may not necessarily offer contracts for what we do, but they know other agencies that do. And so you want your name to be spoken in rooms that you're not, and that's really the goal of the networking. You want them who are internal, who have security clearances, who have the budgets to be like, hey, do you know so and so, and I need so and so, and blah 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 blah. Okay, well, what do you know about them? Well, here I know Abby with A&L Business Solutions. Go look up her website. You'll
There
see
you go.
accolades. You look up my name. You'll see a lot of stuff from LinkedIn. You'll see some awards. You'll see a little bit of everything, but my profile fits what I talk about. My profile fits what's in my proposal. And so I make them feel comfortable enough to work with me. I didn't just start yesterday, but even if I started yesterday, everything that I said to do is everything I would do today. I would make
Ooh.
sure I'm visible. I would make sure I get my reviews. I make sure I have my list of references. I make sure I know how to do the work.
Mm, mm. You know, girl, too many nuggets. Too many.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. Y'all,
No,
you
no, no, no. I asked you for this. I said, listen, I want you to come on here and talk to these people and say, hey, you know what? if this is what you're trying to do, we can get it done. This is
Yeah.
where you start. This is where you begin. This is where you should be. This is what it looks like. This is what's going on in the industry right now. This
Yeah.
is how you can make yourself look even better. Don't worry about being the prime. You can be the subprime. You can
Yeah.
still make this money. You need to get X, Y, and Z together so that now that we can rock and roll with it, it's what do you say? It's not all these comments coming in. It's not who you know, it's who knows you.
Come
Hello,
on, husband. Come
that's
on,
your
husband.
husband. See, there you go. There you go. He's supposed to be support. He's doing the darn thing in the background. I love it. Listen, much love, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for chiming in. Yeah, all of that, right? And thank you so much for bringing so much to this conversation and to help those, including myself, because I'm on your calendar. Hello.
Yes, you are.
What's next in the chapter of Inspired for Greatness? We get these requests all the time. Say, hey, apply for this, this contract and apply for this. And it's like, oh, I haven't had time to apply yet because guess what? I got to go through the RFP, but I know somebody that goes through the RFPs. Hello. Anyway, I thank you so much for being here with us. So
Thank
much information.
you.
Please tell us how, if those people that have gone through the freebies,
Yeah.
okay, and got through their stuff and they're ready for you, how do they get in contact with you? How do they follow you? And how do they get on your calendar?
Ooh, yes. Okay. So, um, the first thing you do is follow me on YouTube. I have a weekly broadcast called This Week in Procurement. Every Tuesday, we have a new episode. We talk about a lot. I talk about the top 5 contracts that we thought were very, very that just stood out for the week.
Mhm.
And we're on a series now where we're only doing specific industries. So the episode that came out this Tuesday, we talked about those contracts that are for leadership, executive coaching, training, workshop development. So y'all might want to, if that's your lane, you might want to go check out episode 16. I'm recording episode 17 today, and I'll give y'all a heads up since y'all my people, we connected, right? So, what is episode? Episode 17 is all about education. So, those of you that want to work within the education agencies, I got my top 5 contracts related to education. And then after that, I believe we're talking about the medical field. Like, we're getting very specific. Um, so, follow me on YouTube at Abby Souffrant. Follow me there. That is where you're gonna have all of my broadcasts, and we have more broadcasts that's coming out soon. So y'all stay tuned. I tell you, we working hard. We working hard, but we do this for y'all because this is some people don't believe that this government contracting is a real thing. It is very much so a real thing. On average, just so far in 2026, we're averaging 28,000 new opportunities every 7 days.
That's crazy.
So we are not at a deficit for opportunities at all. Whenever you're ready, we are here. And
Mm,
so if you're new or you're seasoned, if you're already in there in the space, join us in our under contract academy. That is my community, that is my space. My team pulls 50-ish or so contracts a week, and we just dump it in the community for y'all. We look at the different industries that's represented in the community, and we do the work. We just put it out there. Boom, there you go. We meet once a month for a live Q&A like this. Sometimes it lasts an hour, sometimes it lasts 3 hours, however long you want it to be. This is your time to meet with me and my team and ask all of your questions. So that is the community. It's called Under Contract Academy. You can also follow me on LinkedIn. You'll see me a lot over there, as well as Substack. But you see a lot of me more on YouTube. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to YouTube, because YouTube is where you definitely find me. And always, if you wanted to just look at our other services, go to www.albizsolutions.com. That is our homepage. And we have a new website. I don't think it's live yet, but it will be live soon. It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
well, we're gonna make sure we put all of your information in
Yes.
YouTube as well, so they'll be able to in the comment section. So if they missed any
Um,
of that, they go back and click it. But oh my goodness, so much. Thank you. So I appreciate you coming on, giving these knowledge. I mean, spilling some major nuggets on what to do, what not to do, what to look out for, et cetera, et cetera. So I
yes.
really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here with us.
You are so, so welcome. Oh, I want to tell you something that's coming up new for us.
Oh, what is
We
it?
are so On YouTube, I tell y'all to follow me on YouTube, right? YouTube, our new series is our state procurement. I am going live for all 50 states to go through the application of how to apply and register your business with your state procurement.
Okay.
So, if you have any questions, you might want to just just stay connected. Stay connected. That's where you want to do. Stay connected. We're
Yes.
starting with the state of California because I have a sponsor, right? So if you ever wanted to do business with the state of California, they got the Olympics coming up really soon, which is also procurement as well. Y'all might you might want to be in my community.
I'm gonna make sure we get all your stuff listed. Yes,
It's a
because
lot.
we'll make sure we put it all in the comment
Yes.
section, and we'll also make sure it's inside the YouTube as
Yes.
well, because this is going to different medias at this time. So we want to make sure it's in the YouTube, the original YouTube
The original.
channel, and then that way, no matter where it goes, they'll get all your correct
Yes.
information.
Yes.
I'm excited for you.
Thank
Big
you so much.
wins, ma'am. Big wins.
Always, always, always.
Oh my goodness. Guys, listen. I hate to close this conversation because we got so much information from Abby today. Oh my goodness. Listen, if you are in the space of small business and you are trying your very best to get into some of the government contract space, no matter what industry it is, remember she just said on her YouTube channel, they're coming up with these new shows, they're coming up with these new segments that talk about specific areas of the industry that you may be in, janitorial, medical, education, you name it. All the information will be in the description section of this YouTube channel for you to get in contact with Abby and her entire team on what they're doing in the government contract space. Listen, we're talking about a person that has the receipts. We're talking about a person that actually has shown what she does for a living. Not only that, she has helped so many and hundreds of small businesses across the country get state, local, and government assistance on those government contracts, whether you are prime or subprime. She is definitely a person you want to get in contact with. So I want to say thank you guys for being here with me for what yet another Financially Fit Fridays. We talk government contracts today and how to get you situated and ready for the next level in your business. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and share to this particular channel so you'll get all of the notifications of the next segment coming up on the following Friday. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye bye.